Hey everyone. I wanted to talk today about a few things that have been on my mind, and I want to kind of talk about where I think maybe everything is headed. Um, you see, I've been a kind of obsessive, I know, about the whole Cash for Clunkers program, and I feel like that's been just the beginning of everything. And it actually is what helped get me towards libertarian politics and towards Austrian economics. And before that, I was kind of more of a liberal, and I was supportive of Obama. But honestly, I was horrified by what happened, and it affected me personally. You know, it drives up the price of used cars, and it drove it out of the range of many people to be able to afford them. So, I was talking about Eric Peters last night, and he on his website he was talking about how he had bought a Nissan Frontier. I think it was a 2002. And it has about 60,000 miles, and he bought it for $7,000. And now he can't even find a comparable vehicle for less than 10,000. So this is a real hardship for poor people and for people who need transportation. So fast forward now to right now, 2011. This budget thing that Obama is presenting, it's just a horrible ballooning budget. You know, like well over $1 trillion. I don't even want to watch the news anymore. I don't even pay attention because it just bothers me so much. And yet, like, he wants to put 1 million electric vehicles on the road. You know, he wants to give people $7,000 off. You know, that's $7 billion. And one of the things I talked about in the video briefly was that, our electricity grid is overburdened. And this is just such a fanatical, ridiculous, utopian administration. And it's just criminal. We have an independent judiciary in this country, and Obama and company, they're just ignoring that. These judges, free relatively from politics, maybe they make the right decisions, and they're kind of a check on power. Well, that's all thrown out the window. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it was thrown out the window under Bush, but Obama hasn't made that better. With this whole moratorium on oil drilling and things, as a lot of people predicted, it has driven up the price of oil. This has in turn driven up the price of everything else. Just at my local grocery store, the prices have gone way up. And this really hurts poor people. One of the things that Austrian economics people were saying about the Great Depression was that perhaps the government's policies prolonged the Great Depression. Perhaps they made them much worse. I think of all of the killing of all of those animals and food that they destroyed in order to drive up the prices. It's what all of this reminds me of. Obama getting out there saying that oil is a fuel of the past. It's not a fuel of the past, And they think, what do they think? Everybody's just going to go to electricity? I was watching CBS Sunday Morning one morning, and they were trying to say, well, in the future electricity is going to cost a lot more. And I'm thinking, how in the hell do they know that? Well, now I can understand. Because if they put 1 million of these cars on the road, then, and they get rid of the coal plants, which is what they want to do, then what are we going to have left? I'm a skeptic when it comes to this whole global warming thing. But even if it's true, at what cost? Life is so short. I really want to know the answers to certain questions. I want to know, is this global warming thing really caused by humans? And I want to know, is the world really running out of oil? Because if it's not, we're really fucking up everything. We're really screwing everyone. I really think that this whole thing, you have to go back to the whole Federal Reserve. What are they doing? They're printing money. We don't know where the money goes. It's not that they're independent of government. Everybody says they're, like as Gerald Celente says, they're about as federal as the Federal Reserve. Okay, that may be true, but they're not independent of the government. They are buying a lot of these treasury bills. They're financing these huge debt. And so every time the price of something goes up, that's a hidden taxation. So we're being taxed to death. When I was younger, I remember how much cheaper everything was. And people, they say, oh, wages aren't keeping pace with inflation. Well, and they blame that on capitalism. But is capitalism causing this? Or is the government causing this? Is the Federal Reserve causing this? I think it's the latter. I really see, people I know, they're struggling right now, and then they can barely afford anything. If the gas price goes up to $4 or more, it's just going to kill this economy again. I don't know how long all of this is going to last, or where it's leading. I don't want to pretend. Some people say it's the New World Order. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what they want. I'm not sure that they're going to get away with it. I don't want to be one of these people who's anti-technology and says that everything is going to be Orwellian. Because, some things do get better. But something's got to give. And so where is all this heading? We could be improving what we do have instead of going about it this way. Right now the government is so huge, they're spending so much money, that it really hampers private industry's ability to hire. They want to give people more unemployment. And maybe people need that, but the government kind of creates this need. I'm just so disgusted, Sometimes I have to take a break from politics. I can't even pay attention to it anymore, and I do everything that people say, I write the congressman, all of that, but it's just bullshit. Are they even listening? Take this Jared Lee Loughner guy. What if that was done on purpose in order to take our guns away? I feel like that sometimes that they are preparing us for the New World Order. You know what? It doesn't even matter anyway. All we can do is look at the results of their policies. I don't pretend to have any special information. All I do is I look at history. That's what I study. And when I look at people like Peter the Great, he had such ambitions, but the things that he did to the Russian people, it caused immense suffering. And it drove people into poverty. It reduced their wealth. This country could be so wealthy. And it is. But it's just being hampered by this government that is way too big. And the thing is, you can sit there and say, vote Republican or vote Democrat, and they'll save everything. I don't know. One thing I've noticed about people is, I used to be more in the Democratic camp. And I lost a lot of friends. Because I couldn't stand to see how they would just support all these policies. And they do it just at a Coke and Pepsi thing. They think it's part of their identity. We have to get beyond that. Maybe people are just too stupid. Again, I don't have all of the answers. I wish I did. I don't know. One of the things that people have been talking about is this national ID card, and apparently they want to have fingerprints for it. This is something they did in Oklahoma. Thank God in Oregon they haven't implemented that, as far as I know. But what does the government want? Do they just want to control our every move? Is that even going to be possible? Look at Egypt. I don't know. I even hesitate to mention that because I seriously wonder where everything is going. I could get mad about this on camera, but what good would that do? Anyway, I guess I'll just end this here. I don't want to ramble on too long. But just let me know what you think, Hopefully there's some people that are awake still out there, I see you guys from time to time. You know, on a video here and there, read about certain people, and they still have the old way of thinking. But it's, you know, it scares me. It scares me where we're headed. Anyway, take care.